Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new chapter in the Nanatsu no Taizai, or you can call it the 7 Deadly Sins, which is on chapter 225. Now, this chapter right here was actually pretty cool, not too bad, but it looks a little bit simple, and the way how it ended, it's gonna get really crazy next week, that's for sure. Those of you who read the chapter ahead before coming to this recap will understand what I'm talking about here. So if anything else, let's go. We have to it that there's a village where Meliodas is actually at, and he argues with his dad, saying that what the heck is wrong with you offering up of travelers to the demon clan as sacrifices? Do you have any idea what the heck you're doing? And his father tries to explain his reasoning, like it's my duty as a village chief to protect its people. However, Meliodas gets really mad and say, if you have no guts and no self-respect at all, then I'll just take out those demons out myself. And Meliodas' father slapped him and says, you have any idea what you're saying? They're gonna get your... And then Meliodas, on the other hand, sees the demon coming up. Oh, I just heard what you just said. How about you take me on right now? And we see to it that Meliodas is beyond any way to even fight back, and he's really getting his butt handed to him right now. And we see to it that, like, that I think one person was trying to help Meliodas, but there was nothing he can do. And we see to it that Meliodas, on the other hand, does not want to give up yet, and says, I'm not going to lose to the likes of you monsters. And the demon was about to kill Meliodas, but we also see to it that Gotha showed up and saved his bud, and he ends up being... And Gotha ends up like confusing the guy's mind with his help of his invasion technique and sends him packing his own blood. And we see to it that another demon was trying to cause some trouble, but King comes in and freaking used the true spear of his lance and destroyed the demon effortlessly. Of course, like there is a talk between like let's see here, Helbram, or King's best friend in other cases, they end up being saved by the 7 deadly sins in a certain village, etc., which was pretty cool. And we see to it that Meliodas, on the other hand, says that this was Gotha's idea to come to this place, but we cannot just like. But he also says, I don't have any intent. Take this anything but seriously. But panicking and rushing is the one thing he does not want to do. And we see to it that Armando, which is of course Gotha, all of his friends like are very happy to see him, you know. But we also see to it that Meliodas was really happy to see Gotha again, and says, you know, I'm really happy to see that you were one of the 7 deadly sins. You weren't lying to me because you hated me. But Gotha asked him a question: Will you still become a holy knight to capture me? Meliodas therefore says, I'm going to be a holy knight just like you. And we see to it that Bond ends up taking on a demon that how am I supposed to say it? That was effortlessly beaten down to a pulp thanks to Gotha. And of course, like, Bond is just remembering those words like do you know what it feels like to let the woman you love die a second time? And he ends up remembering Meliodas' words or something, that over 3,000 years I met 107th Elizabeth, and I see 106 of them die in front of me. And we see to it that Bond kills the demon for annoying the hell out of him, and he ends up trying to wonder to himself after remembering the conversation between him and Meliodas telling him that he's seen 107th Elizabeths and seen 106 of them die, and now he just asked himself in his mind, Elaine, what should I do? And Elaine might have called him a fool to tell him, like, you already know what you should do. And we see to it that the 7 deadly sins are gonna head on out again, and we see to it that Elizabeth is still in a comatose state or asleep, and Diane really just blames herself, but Escanor says, no, that's not your fault, because I asked her to help Merlin, and I got the princess wrapped up in this. And Diane tries to go like, oh, I'm the one to blame, but Hawk tells him to calm down and knock it off right now. Right now, the one who's suffering the most is Meliodas. If there's another way to save Elizabeth, there has to be that way. And he pretty much may have an idea who should save him, etc. And while Bond is sleeping with Elaine, of course, every night, and Hawk is just eating his leftover scraps. Diane is being counseled by King for maybe like feeling guilty of Elizabeth's memories and knowing Meliodas' past. And we had to it that Meliodas and the 7 deadly sins arrived to the city stronghold of Koran, and apparently they all get ready to dispel the dimensional distortion. But apparently someone is actually standing outside the city, and we kind of realize who it was thanks to the silhouette right there. And we see to it that this, of course, we all know who that is. And he ends up saying, "Here you come here to save Elizabeth?" Dude, that woman is really resilient and strong and stubborn. And we see to it that Meliodas gets really angry and launches an attack against Zeldris once again. And Zeldris, on the other hand, before I bet they even clash, tells him, "Wake up already and stop being imprisoned by that damn woman." And this really ticked off Meliodas really bad, and they get ready to clash. So we have to it that that Zeldris appears at the end of this chapter, and it looks like Meliodas and Zeldris are about to fight again. And I'm pretty sure all you guys might be asking me again, like, did they really fight like before? Well, I did do some research and read some resources, and maybe some hints given to me back then that Zeldris and Meliodas actually fought one another when Meliodas betrayed the Demon Clan. And of course, it looks like to me they're gonna fight once more. The only question is, though, I now ask, is that will Meliodas be able to fight Zeldris one-on-one, actually? Because we all know that Zeldris is the Demon King's representative, and to further add more to that, his power is literally just like dangerous because he was given magic power or strength from the Demon King himself, so he could use it against other people or his enemies. So I do not know how this fight is gonna turn out, but one thing for sure, like it's like two brothers clashing once more, the older one against the younger one. Although like Zeldris still has his demon mark and his power level might be a little high, the only question is that Meliodas is actually at that same certain power level as him, but no demon mark at all. So my question is, will Meliodas use his demon mark and clash against Zeldris, and will it be a tie, or will it actually be a warm-up for Zeldris himself? Because I think we have yet to actually see Zeldris' full-on 100% scale power, because his ability, he is given magic and strength by the Demon King himself, and he is the Demon King's representative. So I do not know if Meliodas has a chance to maybe go up against him. Because we do know Meliodas did get his butt handed to the Demon King right before the final days of the Holy War 3,000 years ago. So yeah, like I said, next week is really going to be a one intense clash between two brothers. But depending on the situation, it could either go into the favor of Zeldris, possibly himself, because his strength is from the Demon King, along with his magic, etc. And he is piety, commandment piety. So don't try to run away or turn your back on him, or he will make you serve him. So we'll have to see until that. But next week is where Meliodas and Zeldris will clash, and I was waiting for this for a long time, and I'm pretty sure a lot of fans might have been waiting for this. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm out for Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toodaloo.